Welcome. Thanks for joining me for this special Yoga for Grapplers class that will focus on core strength and hip mobility. Let's begin standing. Have your feet about hip width, big toes parallel to each other. Then close your eyes. Take a moment here to find your balance, pressing down equally into both feet. Begin to draw your awareness inward. Really notice how it feels to be in your body today at this time. Now begin to lengthen your breath. Don't focus on taking deep breaths. Focus more on taking smooth and slow breaths through your nose. Something like a 5-second exhale and a 5-second inhale would be great. All right, now open your eyes, focus them on one spot on the floor in front of you. As you inhale, sweep your arms up, lift off your heels, balance on your toes, bend your elbows and touch the opposite shoulder with your fingertips. Exhale down at the same time, have your heels touch the floor and your palms touch your thighs. And repeat, inhale, arms up, balance on your toes, touch your shoulders. Exhale down, same time, heels touch the floor, palms touch your thighs. Maybe 4 or 5 more of those. Inhaling up and exhaling down. So you link each movement to one breath. Just make sure you stretch the breath so it lasts a little bit longer than the movement does. Stretch the breath so it lasts a little longer than the movement. Meaning when you touch your shoulders, you're still inhaling. When your palms touch your thighs, you're still exhaling. Breathing through your nose smoothly, preferably hearing the breath move in and out of your throat though. Let's do one more of those. All right, now keep your heels on the floor. Inhale your arms back up, bend your elbows, interlace your fingers, and pause here for 1 second with your elbows pointing toward the ceiling. Now as you exhale, stretch to your right, press your palms away from your head, turn and look to the left, make a big crescent moon shape with your body. Then inhale back to the center, bend your elbows and do a brief pause. This exhale, stretch to the left, look to the right, make that crescent moon shape again. Inhale back to the center, bend your elbows, and this exhale, bring your arms forward with the backs of your hands together and squat as deeply as you can with your heels on the floor, resisting your knees away from each other. Then inhale back to your toes, externally rotate your arms, open your chest and rib cage. Exhale as you bring your arms forward again, heels down, engage your abdomen. Then inhale as you stand up, bend your elbows, interlace your fingers, and let's start that sequence again. Exhale to the right, look to the left. Inhale to the center, bend your elbows and do a brief pause. This exhale, stretch to the left, look to the right. Inhale back to the center, bend your elbows. Exhale, arms forward, deep squat. Inhale as you balance on your toes, open your chest and rib cage. Exhale, arms forward, heels down. Inhale, stand up, bend your elbows, interlace your fingers. Let's do one more of those together. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Now exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, squat. Inhale, balance on your toes. Exhale, arms forward, heels down. Inhale, stand up, bend your elbows, interlace your fingers. Now go through that sequence one more time on your own, at your own pace. leg. Then bring your arms down. Just take a few breaths again here in mountain pose. Next, let's go through some half salutations. Now as you inhale, sweep your arms up, bring your palms to touch and look to your thumb tips. Exhale as you fold forward, bring your palms all the way to the floor, even if it requires you to bend your knees and look towards your navel. Now inhale, look forward and extend your spine so it feels like you flatten your back. And then exhale as you fold a little bit deeper, look towards your navel. Inhale as you stand up, arms overhead, keep inhaling until your palms touch. Look to your thumb tips, and then exhale when you bring your arms down. Let's do one more of those together. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you bring your hands all the way to the floor. Now inhale, lengthen the area between your sternum and navel. Then exhale as you fold a little bit deeper, press your hands down, engage your abdomen. Inhale as you stand up, arms overhead, keep inhaling until your palms touch. And then exhale as you bring your arms down. Let's try a few more of those now on your own, at your own pace. Just like we started, link each movement to one breath, but stretch the breath so it lasts a little bit longer than the movement it's associated to. Breathe smoothly through your nose, preferably don't hear the breath moving in and out of your throat. Five seconds for the exhale, 5 seconds for the inhale, or something close to that. The next time you bring your hands down to the floor, let's stay there. All right, great. Now from here, shoot your left foot way back into a runner's lunge. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot, and then make a circular motion with your hips. So shift your hips to the right, then pull them back and up. Shift your hips to the left, then sink them forward and down, like a three-dimensional circle. And then reverse it, go the other direction. Okay, now keep your lower body really still, keep it real stable. Turn your shoulders to the right and reach your right hand up. As you reach your right hand up, keep pressing back into your left heel. So again, try to stabilize your lower body. But now as you exhale, bring your right elbow toward the floor inside your right foot. Might not make it all the way down, that's okay, just do your best. When you inhale, reach your right hand back up, turn your shoulders and open your chest. And repeat, exhale as you bring your right elbow toward the floor. Inhale, reach your right hand up, turn your shoulders, open your chest. Try that a few more times now. Great. Now bring both hands to the floor again. We're just going to change sides. So step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. And then shoot your right foot way back. Make some hip circles on this side now. And reverse it. Okay, now stabilize your lower body. Turn your shoulders to the left and reach your left hand up. As you do that, keep pressing back into your right heel. Keep your lower body still. As you exhale, bring your left elbow toward the floor. Inhale, reach your left hand up, turn your shoulders, open your chest. And continue at your own pace. Okay, bring both hands to the floor, and now let's step back into plank. Let's come into a plank. Keep your legs really active, so it feels almost like it's the strength of your legs holding you up more than the strength of your arms. Engage your abdomen so you draw the fronts of your lower legs in just a little bit. Okay, now exhale all the way to the floor, and let's come into sphinx pose next. So you're on your forearms, elbows directly under your shoulders. Grip with your hands so you can kind of pull your rib cage forward to the front edge of your mat. At the same time, stretch your big toes toward the back edge of your mat, like you're moving your lower and upper bodies in different directions. Take a few more breaths here. Now keep resisting your hips down into the floor as you bend your knees and make a circular motion with your feet and shins, so you rotate your thighs. And then reverse it and go the other direction. All right, bring your feet back to the floor. Now slide your hands under your shoulders. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. So lift your hips. Press your chest toward your toes. You can lift your heels off the floor, so you can bend your knees a little bit so you can really tilt your hips forward and get them high. Relax your neck. All right. Now as you inhale, lift your right leg up. Then exhale all the breath out as you step your right foot forward to your right thumb. Okay, then once your right foot's down, lift your torso up and just take a moment here to set up a good kneeling 90-90. So you've got a 90-degree angle with your right knee as well as your left knee. Okay, so we'll keep coming back into something like this for some split squats. Now, keep in mind though, the more your ankle mobility improves, the further you're able to go. So you might even bring your knee past your toes. It's okay as long as it doesn't hurt in your knee joint. If it does hurt in your knee joint, back off a little bit and or focus on using your glutes more. Also, you want to avoid your front knee moving side to side. So it's going to move forward and backward for sure, but avoid your front knee moving side to side, as well as your hips. Hips just go up and down, not side to side, okay? All right, so curl your left toes under. Lift all the way up. Find your balance here with both legs straight. And we're going to do an arm movement like we did in the other squats earlier. So from here, bring your arms forward and the backs of your hands together. As you're here, also engage your abdomen so you flex your spine a little bit. Now as you inhale, externally rotate your arms, open your chest and rib cage, sink your hips and extend your spine. As you exhale, arms forward again, both legs straight, flex your spine. Let's do it again. Inhale, sink your hips, open your chest. As you exhale, arms forward, both legs straight. Now keep going at your own pace. No need to rush, though, we have plenty of time. Breathe smoothly through your nose. And then next, when you exhale, bring both hands to the floor. And then inhale as you return to plank. Exhale as you lower to the floor. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Let's take a breath or two in down dog, readjust. And let's change that. So now as you inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale all the breath out, step your left foot forward to your left thumb. Bring your right knee down, set up a good kneeling 90-90 on this side. Once you do, curl your right toes under, lift all the way up, find your balance, arms forward, back to your hands together. Inhale, open your chest, sink your hips, lightly tap the floor with your right knee. Exhale, arms forward, both legs straight. Keep going like the first side on your own. Breathing smoothly and slowly through your nose. Keep an eye on that front knee, make sure it's not moving side to side, just forward and backward. Next, when you exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Then inhale as you step back to plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale to up dog. And then exhale back into down dog. This time in down dog, now walk your hands back to your feet. And then step on your hands. That may require you to bend your knees, it's okay. It may require you to open your feet wider as well, that's okay too. And slide your hands under your feet so your palms are facing up and your toes are touching your wrists. Relax your neck so you allow the weight of your head to decompress your cervical vertebra. Allow your breath to slow down a little bit more here. All right, slide your hands out. Keep your knees a little bit bent and with a strong back inhale up to standing. All right, take a few breaths again in mountain pose. Find your balance. All right, now we're going to do a big circular movement. This one's called a revolving disc. So in this one, have your feet nice and wide and turn your toes out a little bit so you've got a slight external rotation in your thighs. And keep your knees at least a little bit bent. So avoid locking your knees for this one, at least a little bit bent. And again, we're going to make a big circular motion with our upper body. So from here, interlace your fingers behind your head and then open your chest. And as you exhale, lean to the right and then forward. Inhale to the left and then up at the top. Open your chest again, lean back and repeat. Exhale to the right and then forward. Inhale to the left, up, open your chest. Do that 2 more times. Big circular motion with your upper body. Knees at least a little bit bent. And once you've gone 4 times in the first direction, reverse it and go the other direction. Once you've gone 4 times in both directions, bring your arms down, open your feet wider, now almost as wide as you can get them. Bring your hands to your hips and inhale, look up, lift your chest. Exhale forward, bring your hands to the floor. Just settle in here for a moment. And let's do a little transverse lunging. So now turn your right toes out, bend your right knee, and just slowly begin to sink your hips. As you sink your hips, just make sure you avoid collapsing to the inner right arch or letting your right knee collapse inward this way. Think about the opposite actually happening. Try to move your knee as it bends to the right. You can use your elbow to kind of help pry your knee open that way. And for now, keep your heel on the floor, even if that means you need to lift your hips a little higher. Now your left toes over there, you can lift them up if you want, or you can keep your foot flat. Either way is good. Take a few breaths here. Once you find your end range of motion, change sides. Now bend your left knee, walk your hands over as you sink your hips. Make sure your knees not collapsing inward. You should be moving in the same direction your toes are pointing. Keep your heel down. You can lift your right toes up though if you want. Settle in here. Again, find your end range of motion. Okay, now let's move a little side to side. At first, use your hands, but as you continue, maybe use your hands less and less, so eventually you don't need them on the floor. Inhale to the center, and then exhale to the right. Inhale center, and then exhale to the left. Keep going at your own pace for about a minute with these cossack squats. Again, less and less weight on your hands. Mindful of the knee and toe alignment that I spoke of earlier. Now once you've gone to both sides and eat one more time, come back to the center and fold a little bit deeper. Okay, now let's return to plank. But this time in plank, cross your ankles and squeeze your thighs together. Cross your ankles, squeeze your thighs together. Take a few breaths. Now change the cross of your ankles, squeeze your thighs. Okay, uncross your ankles, lower all the way to the floor. Just take a moment to relax in crocodile pose. All right, so next we're going to go through a sequence of lizard push-ups and step-throughs. So I'm going to talk us through a couple rounds, and I'll give you a minute or two to work on it on your own. So let's start though with your hands under your shoulders, curl your toes under, press back into your heels, and push yourself up into plank. Now from plank, as you exhale, get your hips as close to your heels as you can. As you inhale, step your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand again. And from here, we're going to do this lizard push-up. So as you exhale, bend your elbows and lower down as low as you can go with your upper and lower body. Then push back up as you inhale. This exhale, take your right hand off the floor and slide your left leg forward and through. As you do that, pull your right elbow back. So you turn your shoulders and open your chest again. Now, as you inhale, step back into that lunge. Then exhale, bring your hips toward your heels. For side two, inhale, left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Then as you exhale, bend your elbows and lower down. Inhale, push back up. Now as you exhale, pull your right leg through, left hand off the floor. Then inhale when you step back to the lunge. Exhale, hips towards your heels. Let's start again. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, bend your elbows and lower down. Inhale, push back up. Now as you exhale, pull your left leg through and your right elbow back. Then inhale back into the lunge. Exhale, hips towards your heels. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten your elbows. As you exhale, pull your right leg through, left elbow back. Inhale back into the lunge. Exhale, hips toward your heels. Let's try a couple more rounds of those on your own, at your own pace, with a conscious use of your breath. All right. When you've gone through both sides, let's end up back in crocodile pose. Allow your breath to slow down, smooth out. All right, next let's do the scorpion tail. So from here, bring your right arm off to the side with your palm down. Have your hand the height of your shoulder. Then keep your palm down, but bring your left foot toward your right hand. It probably won't reach, but bring your left foot toward your right hand, and then slide your right leg, this leg that you can see still, slide that in the direction you're facing, like you're, almost like you're doing a split. You can do it whatever you want with this top arm. Stay here, smooth out your breath a little more. Unwind, and let's change sides. Bring your left arm onto the side, palm down to the height of your shoulder. Keep it there. Roll to your left, bring your right foot toward that left hand. Slide your left leg in the direction you're facing. Almost like you're doing a split again. Relax here. Unwind. Return to your mat now. Bring both arms up to the sides and lift everything up. Lift your head, lift your arms, and lift your legs. Like an airplane. All right, back to crocodile one more time. Now let's push up to seated. And sit on your heels. Rest your hands on your thighs. Take a few breaths. Allow everything on the inside to slow down a bit. Great. Now stretch your legs forward. If you're on a yoga mat, you might want to face the long edge of your mat here so you've got padding on both sides of your knees because we're going to do some windshield wipers. So first, lean back, bend both knees, just begin to move your knees side to side as if your shins were windshield wipers. So whenever you exhale, they drop to one side. When you inhale, bring them back up. Great, now try it with your hands off the floor. Good. Finally, now when you go to one side, without the use of your hands, lift your hips. Then exhale when you sit back down. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the other side. Then inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, sit down. Inhale back to the center. So experiment with that for another minute or so. So breathing smoothly and slowly through your nose. And see if you can make the movements a little more fluid with every repetition. Alright, now once you've gone through both sides an equal number of times, just bring the soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall here. Puff your chest up, tuck your chin a little bit so you lengthen the back of your neck. Slow down the momentum of the breath a little bit more. All right, one more movement. So let me do a quick demo before you try. So what we're gonna do here is exhale and roll back. I'm gonna bring my feet back and my hands back like I'm inverting. Then I'm gonna inhale and reverse, I'm gonna rock forward. When I rock forward, I'm gonna bring one knee out to the side like it was just a moment ago, the other knee up. And this knee that's up, I'm gonna have that foot a little bit in front of this other foot so I can lift off my hips. Then I'll exhale to roll back like I'm inverting. And change sides. I'll inhale, rock forward. Now I'm going to change knees, of course. Whatever knee is up, have that foot a little bit forward so you can lift off your hips. Okay, so let's give it a try. Exhale, back. Inhale, rock forward. One knee up, one knee out to the side. Lift off your hips. Exhale when you roll back again. Inhale, rock forward, change sides. Yeah, so you might need to take an extra breath or two up when you're up here. Just make sure you exhale when you roll back though. A couple more times. All right, great. Once you've gone to both sides an equal number of times, come back to this butterfly variation. Sit up nice and tall again. And then begin to lean forward over your feet. Good. Now lie onto your back. Once you lie on your back, we're just going to do like a passive windshield wiper. So from here, bend both knees and drop them to the left. Bring your arms out like a cactus or like a T, either way is good. Once you drop your knees to the left, as long as it doesn't hurt your knee, bring your left foot on top of your right thigh. So your right thigh now has a deep internal rotation. And then since your knees are dropping to the left, turn your head to the right. Allow everything to slow down. And then change sides. Drop your knees to the right, turn your head to the left. And you can bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh, so now your left thigh has a deep internal rotation. All right, draw both knees into your chest. Let's just take a moment to completely relax here. So stretch your legs out of the floor. It's nice if you can use your hands to kind of support your cervical vertebrae here, almost like you're laying on a beach. So give that a try. If you're really tight in the shoulders, though, it might make your arms fall asleep. So if it doesn't make your arms tingle at all, your hands tingle, just have your arms however you need them to be. We'll speak it for a minute or two, though. This is a good way to help open the chest. Breathe freely. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. And like we did a number of times during the practice, let's take a moment here to allow everything to slow down. Feel your heartbeat slowing down, notice your breath slowing down, maybe notice your mind also slowing down. All right, now before you get too comfortable, just start to work your way up to seated. Any comfortable seated posture just for a moment. Take this last moment to just enjoy the peace you've created through the practice, body a little lighter, mind a little more clear. All right, great. So I hope this practice helps you to stay healthy and to stay on the mat, doing what you love to do. Have a fantastic day, and I hope I get to see you and train with you soon.